There we go. That's better. I should probably... I gotta move my fan a bit. That's better. On Wuwa, boys. I'm doing Castle Fields again. And I don't even know who I'm gonna farm for. I don't know if I want to farm for my Gian, my Verena. I still don't know if I'm gonna get Zeshi or not, depending on if I get an early Chang'e. If not, I can just use no more Tefi. Hey, what's up, Kamaya? I should probably farm Gian Echoes right now. So I'm gonna go do that. Hi, Gabby. What's up, Daystorm? Data bank. Where is it? Where's Sierra? Oh wait, no, this is the this is the wrong thing. Never mind. Wait, is it? I think it is. Yeah, here it is. This one. Oh, this one gives Glacial as well, so I guess it kills two birds with one stone. Hello? What's up, Mark? Hello, I have a similar doubt. I like the new characters designs, but not enough to really dig them. Are you talking about Zeshi and Zheng Liao? I'm fine with Zeshi's design and Zheng Liao's design personally. I do think that they aren't as good as Cheng Li and Jinchi. I'm just gonna be honest, right? But I still think they're decent. Like, they're not bad to me. Especially since Zheng Liao's, like, actually resembles, like, his combat abilities. That's only gonna hit two. Oh, what a waste. This lightning stuff from this arrow domain is the most annoying thing ever. Thank God Jinchi can dodge midair. I love Zeshi, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think her design is pretty chill in my opinion. Like, I'm cool with it. And I really like her animations more than anything else. I like the smug lolly LOL. I don't really care for her at all. Ooh, finally. That's the first time I got an arrow damage bonus in the longest. Eh, useless. Hey yo, what's up, A-Bear? Let me level that up right now and see what it gets. Let me put on my Gian. It'd have to replace this one, so. Oh wait, this failed. So I can just feed this instead. Yo, what do you guys think it's gonna get? I say double crit, resonance liberation, and heavy attack bonus. I'm good. It's nice to hear. I need a double crit for my Gian, like, really badly right now. Like, really badly. So hopefully it goes well. No, it's not bad. But now I have to level it to 25. Okay. This is going to be so much XP. Everything Gion wants. Crit rate, HP, def, resonance damage. You were close. It was crit damage, HP, resonance skill. Yes! Oh my god, first try. I just woke up. First try. Oh my god. Okay. So we now have a 3 cost for my Gion. We now just need one more 3 cost and one 1 cost. Yo. It got it on the last one. That's actually huge. That's a that's a beautiful thing to wake up to. Oh, I thought I could get the ult off. Really? They were in the air, so it didn't count towards them? We'll get another double crit until 1.2? Nah, I'm not that unlucky. Wonder how many playing this on mobile is like for a long gaming session. I'm gonna be honest. That has to be like one of Wuwa's only downsides. Ooh, okay. We got another arrow damage bonus. But Wuwa is a lot more like skill based in its combat than most gacha games. So I'm sure on mobile it's a bit more of a struggle for like holograms and Tower of Adversity. But I have seen like I've gotten recommended a few people who have cleared Tower of Adversity on mobile. So it is like possible. I just don't know exactly how difficult it is. Gion. 3 cost, arrow damage. Equip. Alright. Actually, I can feed this because this one already failed miserably. Okay, that. I'll level it to 20 to see if it gets a crit stat. I'm saving for Geshu Lin, made a side account to save for Scar. I don't know why I signed up for that torture of patience. Yeah, Geshu Lin is for sure the the character that I'm currently waiting for. Hollow is a pain on mobile. I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. Is it possible on mobile just prioritize FPS over graphics? Oh, it is possible. Yeah. If you're used to playing MOBA games like Wild Rift, ML, HOK, it's pretty easy to play. Well, I see. Kuro Games casually developing a PC game but sending it to Google Play Store instead of Steam. I didn't even play Wuwa. The controls just seem tough on mobile. Yeah, it has more controls than like Genshin and shit, but it's still at least like not too crazy, right? Greetings, what's up, Johnny? Mobile's a pain with the camera angles, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I can see that. All right, let's see what it gets. What do you guys think it's gonna get? I think once again, Resonance Liberation, Heavy Attack, and Double Crit. Personally, in my opinion, with my streamer luck, I will get 2 double crit, 3 costs in a row. Double crit, yep, that's what I like to see. Flat defense. Flat defense in 8. Oh, okay. Star Rail's like the best for mobile? I agree. That's why I think it's going to win Mobile Game of the Year again. It is so much easier to play Star Rail on mobile. And it's also more popular. Alright, boys, let's see what it gets. Let's find out. Does Light Yagami have more body count than Madara? Probably not. Double crit attack percent? There we go, Zem! Double crit max? Yes! Yes! Pull now. I'm not gonna run a pull already. Again? Wait, this is actually like the same thing all over again. So I guess I have to level it to 25 to see if it gets crit rate? This is actually the exact same thing all over again. Curse of Baiji. Curse of Baiji. Bro, Baiji can't curse shit. She's too weak. I have Jin Shi on my account. There's no cursing going on here. What a waste of an E. 4 rolls, you playing with fire? Yeah, but you like I did 4 rolls on my last 3 cost, and it got crit on the 4th roll, and then it got crit on the 5th roll. So yeah, I agree, but like it's kind of working out for me right now. And the current 3 cost also got a crit roll on the 4th roll. Sometimes you just gotta gamble, you know what I'm saying? Plus it's on stream, so I'm less picky. I also have like a shit ton of tuners. And I don't need that many echoes right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. HP, fusion damage, electro damage. Good. S, 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 S. Alrighty, let's see if we can get it to max. It's a pain to deal with character effects when hitting enemies like Jinshi. Oh yeah, that is the most common problem I have in Elusive Realm. I can't even tell what attack pattern Scar is doing because there's too much going on. Who uses 44111? Is it like the Ella Energy regen builds? Um, yeah, I guess that could work. The only issue I have with 44111 is that you lose on I think the. Oh wait, no, never mind. Because you can get a Moonlit of this guy. So I guess you could run 4 cost Moonlit Turtle, 4 cost Moonlit other thing. But like for most 44111 builds, there isn't a second 4 cost that you can use that'll allow you to hit that 5 set bonus. And on top of that, you're also losing damage from the damage bonus. So it's like, you know, maybe for supports it's fine. I'm not completely sure. I use 44111 for specific builds only until endgame, then everything is 433111. Yeah. Like getting 2 4 costs isn't even a bad thing, right? Because in the future, more characters are going to come out and you're just going to be able to switch that 4 cost onto a new character anyway. So it doesn't really hurt at all, right? Why are you going all the way to level 20 instead of 15? That'll cost a lot more XP. Because I'm on stream and I'm a gambler. That's basically about it. Alright, boys. Crit rate. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Will you pull for Shorekeeper? If I have the pulls, yeah. Double Echo Things was good. I upgraded my Chang Li yesterday, 25 crit rate to 220 crit damage. Oh, damn, that's pretty good. I'm 13 minutes late, my glorious prince. What's up, Gabby in chat? What's up, Fletcher? Which is faster to build for casuals? Probably 44111. Because the 4 costs infinitely respawn, and you can only hunt the 3 costs to extinction. Like, it'll take you 20 to 30 minutes, and you'll no longer be able to farm 3 costs of the specific echo you're going for. From what I understand, 44111 is like a 20% lower damage. I don't know the exact specifics on it. I just know it's worse. No such thing as straight luck, XD. Unfortunate. If I learned anything about the RNG in this game, is that for some reason, cost 1 hates to get double crits. Oh yeah. Um, I want to show you guys my fusion echoes wherever they are. Let me see. Are they on my Mortefi or Chixia? So they're on my Chixia, right? So these 1 costs I got really lucky on, right? However, let me show you the Moonlit 1 costs. Where are they? These ones are like, this one's good. I just haven't leveled it up because it already got double crit. But I have still yet to get a second double crit Moonlit 1 cost. And I'm not even kidding. I've probably leveled up like 50 of them. Like, I've leveled up 50 Moonlit 1 cost to level 15. And only this one was able to get double crit on it. Like, I've been incredibly unlucky with the Moonlit 1 cost. Ignore these 3 costs as well. But yeah. I have a pretty good ratio going on. I have a lot of good fusion echoes. So I'm going to be doing some quests today on stream. Some of these side quests right here. So I can see if I can get Cheng-Li early. Because I already have a full fusion set for her. Like, I think the weapon's crit rate. So I run a crit damage echo. Is that what I'm doing here? Yeah. So I'd run this echo. Like, all these echoes the exact same. Double crit, double crit, double crit, double crit, and double crit. And this would be the ratio, I guess. Although that's kind of bad. Why is my crit rate so bad? Oh, that's why. So I'd have 66 crit rate with 269 crit damage. Characters aren't even maxed and people are worrying about 6% differences in damage when Wuwa is more skilled on damage. Oh yeah, I agree. Going from like level 80 to level 90 is probably, and like leveling skills is actually like a 20% damage difference. Like, it's huge. Did you do Tower of Adversity yet? I only got 18 stars and then I stopped trying after that. So I think I could get 21. However, I don't think I could go any further than that. Tower just reset. Did you get the asteroid? Did he just reset or? Yeah, I already did the 18. Only a couple more days until Zeshi. The painful wait is almost over. Yep. How are people getting so much crit damage? The most I got was 210%. Having double crit on literally every single echo. Like, the reason why I have so much crit damage. Look at this. Crit damage with crit rate and a decent crit damage roll. This is a pretty low crit damage roll, but it's a high. This is the max crit rate roll you can get. So double crit with a decent crit damage roll, double crit with a decent crit damage roll, and double crit with a decent crit damage roll. Just have crit damage on literally every single echo. It's hard, but it is possible. People get high crit rate. I'm always stuck with the 6.3s. I used to be so unlucky when this game first came out. All I got were 6.3s. Crit weapons do help a lot in getting double. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I didn't have this pistol on her, the crit ratio would look worse. Like, I'd have 46% crit rate, which would be pretty bad. But because I have the 5-star weapon, it's not as bad. Zeshi's like an ice Cheng-Li. Zeshi worth it? Yeah. Zeshi's gonna be Jin Shi's new best in slot, and most of her damage is gonna come from off field. So yeah, she's pretty worth it, since she doesn't need to be on field all that much. Holy crap, actual Wuwa content? Yeah, I kind of been doing a lot of HSR content, but don't blame me, man. Blame the leakers in this game. The leakers in Honkai Star Rail actually leak something new like almost every single day. So I always have content to make on that game. Ola Mike how Charles Echoes have 9+ crit rate but almost no crit damage. So he's at 70, 170 now. It's painful. Oh, I see. Baiji build when? Probably never. Level 6. I wish he was level 0. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got 2... Wait, did I get 2 birds or am I tripping? Oh no, I didn't. I got one... I was leveling up another bird and it had like these exact same stats. However, it failed on the very last one and didn't manage to get double crit. So I just fed it into something. How many pulls do you have for Fei Xiao? I'm 50 pity guaranteed on the character banner, and I'm 50 pity on the Lycomb banner. And I currently have, like, when I do my dailies today in Honkai Star Rail, I think I'll have 30 pulls. So by 2.5, like the beginning of 2.5 and all that shit, I'll probably have like 80 to 100 pulls. So along with like my 100 pity, I'm probably going to be fine. Though ideally, I would like to get one early and win 150-50 so I could get Link Shaw as well. Both content is a W. I'm glad you guys like it. Bro, do you the standard 5-star gun and do I have it? Yeah, I do. They're the only 5 stars I have right now. Other than Gion's signature. I have the 5-star sword and I have the 5-star gun. And then I have Gion's broadsword. So the only thing I'm missing is a gauntlet and a rectifier for 5-star. I should probably level up Gion's skills instead. Or do I level up my Jinshis? My Jinshis are higher actually, I think. Yeah, they are. Who's worth pulling in HSR? I just started Friday. Go for Zhaokyu. And then likely Aventurine or Black Swan are gonna rerun in the next patch. So go for both of them if you can. But if you can't, get Black Swan. And then wait for an Acheron rerun. That is actually like the easiest like path you can go down right now as a new player. Because Firefly's not going to rerun for a while still. And Ruan Mei's not going to get a rerun again for probably a year. So do that. This is not including new characters, right? So if new characters come out that are like more powerful than them, then you can go for them. But that's like the easiest team comp to go for right now. Because Acheron, Aventurine, Robin, Black Swan, like all these characters are due for reruns soon. And they're probably going to rerun with Pela, like as the 4-star. So you're just instantly going to have an Acheron team. Can you run dupe units in HSR? Do you mean like pull 2 characters and use 2 characters at once? No. Like there's Eidolons. It's just like this game where it has sequences. I only have the standard weapons, 1 or 2 no Sig, although for my main I might pull Jian Sig. And side account Zheng Liao Sig, maybe. Yeah, I was thinking of getting Zheng Liao's signature just to have a gauntlet 5-star. But I need to prioritize Zeshi's first. Because my Yinlin doesn't have a 5-star rectifier. So I can use it on both of them, so it's just more worth it. I'll probably wait for Fu Xuan. I wouldn't recommend waiting for Fu Xuan at all. In my opinion, Fu Xuan has always been massively overrated. And the top 3 sustains are probably Huohuo, Aventurine, and Link Sha when she comes out. And you only really need 2 premium sustains on your account. So I can't really recommend Fu Xuan, because she's like a top 4 sustain. But if you really like her, sure, go ahead. And I'm talking in terms of pull value, right? Is Zhaokyu like Pela? Yeah. They kind of do a similar thing, but The reason why Zhao Q is so much stronger is not only because he does more damage in general, but he can also work on a dot team. And on top of that, he gives Acheron a stack every single time an enemy moves. So he's just overall a lot more broken for especially Acheron. For dot teams, he's meh. He's still not a best in slot for dot teams, but he is still like usable. He's decent, right? He's good. He's just not a best in slot. So he's mostly recommended for Acheron teams. Yinlin, he's like a 5-star payload for Acheron. Honestly, he's more like a 5-star Gwynnifin. Because they both do damage vulnerability and they both do dot. The only difference is that Zhao Q does, I think, slightly, right? Slightly more damage at times. I think E6 Gwynnifin even does more damage than him in most cases. However, he's able to do the stacks thing. So he's actually better in general. I just wait for Yinlin's weapon again because it looks so good. I mean, I'm too lazy to wait that long, I'm not gonna lie. Even if it's one patch. Yinlin's leaked for 1.3 so you can get her signature weapon. Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to get Shorekeeper in 1.3. That's the issue, boys. Like, if I wait for Yinlin's weapon rerun, instead of skipping the gauntlet and going for the gauntlet, I'm probably not going to be able to get Shorekeeper. And I want her because she's literally just a better limited Verena. And Verena is a best in slot in almost every team in this game. So it'd be nice to have Shorekeeper. Fair enough, I'm not even desperate for any DPS to be honest, just want god tier supports. Since I don't really care much for clearing endgame. Yeah, Sirius, the one thing I recommend to you, Sirius, you can literally, like, get Ting Yun, right? Get Ting Yun. You could go for Sparkle, but I really can't recommend her right now. But you could go for Robin on her rerun. We're gonna drown. But you could go for Robin on her rerun. And then maybe any new support that comes out that ends up being really good. Because one thing I've learned in like the past 3 months of me playing Honkai Star Rail is that it does not matter how powerful your DPS is. So long as you have really good supports, anyone can zero cycle in this game. Like, anyone can clear content in this game. As long as you have top tier supports. So that's why I'm kind of recommending the Acheron route. Because you can kind of use like a lot of those characters for dot teams. Like, you can use it for 2 different teams. And their supports for 2 different teams. But supports are just insanely broken in this game. I've seen a 0 cycle of Harmony only with Robin. Like, it's dumb. God tier support, you mean Bai G? Let's get serious, guys. Let's be a little serious, okay? What should I do? I'll write these quests. Randomly got E2 Asta with a 1 pull. A good addition to my ass lineup. Oh yeah. Asta can help with speed tuning at times. She's definitely not the best, but definitely usable. Woke up this morning to a YT short glazing Superman. Made me think about you. Also brightened my day with a fresh patch of hatred. Curse of Bai G, blessing of Bai G. Okay, guys. I got so much hate. Actually, no. I got some hate for my recent Sparkle is useless video. And I think people don't understand just how ass she is. They're like, oh, she's still usable. And it's like, okay, man. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, you have to think about it this way, right? The new player has no reason to pull for Sparkle. Because it's just a waste of Jades and she's worse in almost every team than Robin. And then the hardcore players who spend on like new characters like all the time and they have a ton of characters also have no use for Sparkle. Because she's also not best in slot for almost every single team. So you have two out of 3 categories of the player base
who have absolutely almost no use for Sparkle in the slightest. Like, I don't think, like, the only people who have use for Sparkle are for people who are in the middle. They don't have that many characters, and they already pulled for Sparkle when she released. Yeah, she's not useless. She's still usable, okay? My point is her pull value absolutely plummeted. Sparkle stands unite? Like, they don't understand that I own Sparkle. I know she's good. I just am aware that other supports are better. And because of that, her pull value has plummeted. Like, she used to be E2 Acheron's best in slot support. Now it's confirmed to be Robin. She used to be Don Hung's best in slot support. Now calcs are saying it's probably Robin. And then Robin is also the best in the follow up teams as well. Like, she's supposed to be the hyper carry support who's better in hyper carry situations, yet she ends up being worse than Robin even in the hyper carry situations.
My hate for Sparkle is so great that it extends to Ling Shot because she looks like her.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Chill on Ling Shot. I am a Ling Shot defender after seeing like a million gameplays of like leaked gameplays of her on YouTube. I've realized that she's actually like so fucking broken on the break team. Like, do you need her? No, okay, you don't. Okay? True, you don't need her, right? But still, she's very, very broken. She's also really good with follow up teams. I've seen multiple 0 to 1 cycle clears in the 2.5 MOC boss, like Hule, with a um, Ling Shaw, March, Robin, Face Out team. Like, I've seen multiple of them. Where am I supposed to point this? Oh, that thing was blocking it.
Yeah, I barely use Sparkle nowadays. She carried me through the mid early game. I love her character. Yeah, exactly. And then like the characters that she is like really good with, where she's actually close to Robin in, are old characters that are already being replaced by new ones. So it's like, are you really gonna be using her like that? Probably not. Like, let's just be honest, man. I think the people who've pulled for Sparkle are spreadsheet worrying.
Yeah, I agree. But I just think the people who are like blind to it is where it kind of gets a bit annoying. Where like they think they know better and they always misinterpret everything, right? Like I admit the thumbnail is a tiny bit clickbaity, however, not exactly because in terms of poll value, she actually is useless. Literally, the only exception is if you're going for a mono quantum team. If you're going for a mono quantum team, she is completely fine to go for it. Like she is the best support for mono quantum. But for literally any other team in the game, she isn't a best in slot for anyone. So it's like, bro, it's actually terrible.
Now, as someone who got Sparkle in her LC, I was flabbergasted that Yunli and Robin were a better combo than her. Outside of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Buff Bara. Like, I think this is the issue, right? I feel like we were so blinded when Sparkle first came out by her skill point thingy. Like, the ability for her to have, like, positive skill points and 7 skill points. Like, I feel like so many people, including me, were blinded by that. And we thought, oh, yeah, maybe Robin is really good, but she's not going to be better than Sparkle and Hyper Carry teams. But lately, people who have been, like, actually, like, decent at the game and have like decent investment in relics, like if you optimize your Robin team correctly, she can ult twice in one cycle, and each time she ults, everyone in the team gets an action advance. Like everyone. That's 4 free turns. And they do more damage. It's like, oh my god, it's broken. I regret not pulling for Robin. I skipped Robin because I thought the singing in her ult was really fucking annoying, and I thought she'd be mid. I was like, I have Sparkle. Why do I need to go for Robin? And then she ended up being this fucking broken powerhouse of a Harmony. Who is the always bid on Hikari of Star Rail? Probably Jing Shou or Jing. I think that's how you say her name. I think Jing Shou. She's the quantum girl where you have to like randomize your chances of your skill being enhanced. How am I supposed to get up here, by the way? Maybe. I don't know. She's only good for mono quantum because she's the only harmony of quantum? Yeah, exactly. Like, it isn't like much to brag about, right? How am I supposed to do this? No. Wrong way. Oh, morning for me. I just woke up. What's up, Cog? Where do I go, guys? You guys know? Is there like an actual like thing for going up on this? Down, right one. Huh? Fill the right side. Oh, I thought I was supposed to go up. Oh, so I'm supposed to like fill this bottom part? I think I get what you guys are saying. I thought I was supposed to go up and do it. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Singing is annoying, not gonna lie, but you get used to it. Yeah, I've seen so many leaked MOC runs of Fei Xiao that I'm like fully used to her ult at this point. Oh yeah, I see now. I see now. All right, thanks, guys. I thought you were supposed to go up like the entire time. There we go. Wuwa players when they have to solve puzzles instead of dodging attacks. Chill on me, man. Chill on me. Is this gonna give me 30 asterite? I love turning into a little clang bang. They're so cute. Yeah. Alright, where's the next one? What's even the point of these daily quests? Intimacy? Does this do anything? Wait, no. Track it again. I think Robin might get a rerun soon, like 2.5 or 2.6, because Sparkle already got hers in 2.4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And especially since Fei Xiao wants a follow-up attacker, or like she's follow-up oriented, it's likely that we'll either get a Venturine or Robin in the next fucking patch, or in 2.6. 2.5 or 2.6, it's going to be a Venturine or Robin. I think 2.7 might be Aggron. Fei Xiao looks so cool, yeah, but they really need to fix her. There's an issue with Fei Xiao where, like, it's still usable if you have Sparkle, right? But she needs too much of a premium follow-up team to actually, like, perform optimally. Because she herself doesn't do all that much damage. Like, she is very, like, highly reliant on supports and other shit. So she needs to be able to get her stacks up faster. Because let's put it this way, right? One boot hill skill, like let's say one boot hill skill, right, is probably doing like 200 to 300k on average. one Fei Xiao ult is doing 400k on average. And by the way, I'm taking a Boot Hill skill that isn't at max stacks, right? Versus Fei Xiao, who is at max stacks. But without Robin. With Robin at max stacks, I think she does like 800k to a milli at sometimes. But without Robin, it's like an actual shit show. So something needs to be fixed. Oh, whoops. No budget comps. No, she does have budget comps. She does. However, the problem is that her damage falls off a lot if you either like if you don't have Robin, her damage is halved. I'm just gonna be dead ass. Like her damage and the team's damage overall is just halved without Robin. Like I'd make an argument that she's probably like Yun Li tier, or slightly above Yun Li. Like at this point, like with the way her stacks work, unless you get her E2. If you do like E2 Fei Xiao versus E2 Firefly, E2 Acheron, she's definitely up there with them. But if you compare E0 to these other two, she's falling behind by a bit. Huh?
But just for the new 4-star, what about the other ones? I need a healer slash sustain. I want either Luocha or Aventurine.
If I'm being honest, Ling Sha is literally just a better Luocha. So if you're looking for a Luocha, unless you like the character, right? Unless you like the character, go for him. But if you're going for like actual like their way their kit works, I'd probably go for Ling Sha. Unless Aventurine reruns. If Aventurine reruns, 100% go for Aventurine. 100% go for Aventurine. That's what I'm doing. If Ling Sha ends up rerunning, like if Aventurine ends up rerunning alongside Ling Sha, I'm not gonna pull for Ling Sha because she just isn't necessary. She's very powerful, right? Very powerful, but she isn't necessary for my account. So I'm not gonna be pulling for her, but she is very good. Oh, fuck off. I might have to do... Okay, let me see this. Ling Sha can heal? Yeah. Each time her follow-up hits, like her bunny hits, it heals the entire team. And it also cleanses the entire team. Like, she doesn't have an actual heal for, like, her base attack or skill. But the way... Like, okay, so the way her kit works, right? When you use her skill, it activates the bunny, Fu Yuan, for 3 of her turns. And each time Fu Yuan hits, it cleanses and heals the entire team. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Oh my fucking god. Wait, so in what situation is Ling Sha necessary? She's not necessarily necessary. However, in break team, she is practically a sub DPS who does nearly like a milli every cycle. Not to mention she breaks toughness bar very quick, right? And then for follow-up teams, she's also usable there. So she's like a 2-in-1. If you have a break team and you have a follow-up team that you want to build, she is perfect for both of them. While Aventurine isn't that good for the break team, right? That's kind of the point of her.
She has the downside of not being as SP positive as Luocha.
I mean, I guess, but she's still SP positive to begin with. Like, she only needs to use her skill once every 3 of her turns. That's pretty skill point positive. I don't know. Like, especially in follow-up teams, like, you don't really need to use your skill all that often.
What up, Gabby? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Donald?
2.0 will be big since we skip entire 1.5 to 1.9. Yeah, I hope we get Geshu Lin in 2.0. I really want Geshu Lin. I'm at pity, by the way. Let's see if we get Chang Li real quick. Nada. Or I'm at soft pity, technically. I wonder what the new federation will look like. Same. I'm really curious because this is like the actual like outskirts. Like this is the most ruined part of the entire like map. Not Mount Firmament, but like everywhere here. Like Jinzhou itself and all of this, like this is the most ruined part of the entirety of the map. So in the future, every other place is going to be like more modern and more built and less wrecked. She sounds better than expected, but so far I don't really enjoy her CH. Something not just doing it for me. Yeah, that's completely fair. E6 Gallagher is better than Luocha? Yeah. He actually is. I think Hoyo kind of fucked up by making Gallagher so good at E6. Like, he's actually crazy. UE4, baby? Yep, UE4. I did tone down the graphics slightly, because sometimes I would get, like, slight stutters that were a bit annoying. And also, this game's getting 120 FPS and 1.2. So I want to be able to run it at max FPS. Gabi, please heal the zombie lady. She's already tired from running, just heal her. Nah. Gallagher reminds me of an anime character, but I can't think of who. I can't think of them either, but I think I get what you're saying. Swear all these Wuwa complaints online make me real worried for the game. What, like, you're worried for Wuwa because of the complaints? I feel like most of the Wuwa complaints are so overly exaggerated, it's crazy. Like, the only thing I could really complain about for this game is Echo XP to an extent. However, right now they're running this, so we're getting double Echo XP for a bit. And optimization. Like, that is literally, like, the only thing I can think that's actually bad in this game. Lack of content? I guess, but, like, you have to understand, right? Compared to Genshin, the shit isn't even close. Like, it's actually not even close. Like, we're going straight into 2.0 and instantly getting a new region. Like, Genshin doesn't get new regions for an entire fucking year. And they get the same reran events for 4 years straight. Like, we're going from 1.3 or 1.4 straight to 2.0. Wuwa makes 24 million. If flop, don't take these people seriously. It's only because of the gacha wars. It's literally only because of that. Like, you have to understand that Kuro was probably making a fraction of what they're currently making with PGR. And they were still able to make this game. They don't fucking care. They even said in that one interview that they don't really care how much money they make. So long as they can stay afloat, it really doesn't matter. And they're way more than staying afloat. They're definitely profiting. So I'd say this game isn't a flop in the slightest. It may sell worse than Hoyo games, but that's fucking Hoyo. Like, that's Hoyo, man. The fact this game did as well as it did is crazy. Like, look at Tower of Fantasy. Like, Tower of Fantasy immediately like fell off after the first 1 to 2 months of its release. Like, it wasn't even close. However, Wuwa seems to actually have like this consistent 16 million, 20 million, 25 million. Like, it's people aren't leaving, people are staying, which is what really matters at the end of the day. Tower of Fantasy also had more hype behind it than Wuwa did. Like, I swear Tower of Fantasy had more hype. I swear every content creator was making videos. Oh, the Genshin killer.
PGR makes like 100K. 100K to 24 million is a big jump. Yeah, exactly. Gabby, you know a guy with 100K subs reacted to your I Hate Whales video?
No, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, though. I hope he liked it. I wonder if he disagreed with me, though. I don't think I ever get recommended anyone ever reacting to me. So it is what it is.
The fact that sales even compete with Hoyo makes it a huge success, like slash achievement, even if they're less.
Yeah, you guys have to realize, right? Like, to recreate the hype that Genshin made for Hoyo is nearly impossible. You had people, like, it was COVID. So you had, like, 4 times the amount of people staying at home and just playing video games bored out of their mind, getting free checks, like fucking stimulus checks, so they never had to fucking work either. Like, it was such a free time for game companies at that time. Not to mention, it was the first of its kind. Like, Genshin, as far as I know, was the first open world gacha game. It was the first of its kind, so that's why it received so much hype. Like, it's almost impossible to replicate that shit, man. My Jinshi's about to die. And she dies.
Plus, we're just billions of players right now. That's a big profit. Yeah, exactly. Latest revenue chart is just made just after Cheng Li's banner was done spent.
Yeah, like, that's another thing you guys need to keep in mind. The first 3 days of Cheng Li's banner weren't accounted for in that revenue chart. Like, 80 to 90% of the player base when a new character comes out spends literally the day they release or the day after. Like, after the first 1 to 2 days, the amount of sales a character in a banner gets actually drops off significantly. So that was probably like a couple million lost. Probably more than that, actually.
But yeah, there are people Hoyo like that, like 100 LC polar. Yeah,
That's just mental illness, though. Like, that's actually mental illness. Like, I've always been one where I don't judge people for what they spend their money on. Because at the end of the day, if they spend their money on stupid shit, it's their thing, right? But I'll always laugh at them and make fun of them. The guy who bought 100 Acheron Lycones, the guy who bought 100 Boot Hill Lycones, the guy who bought 100 fucking Yun Li Lycones. Like, these people actually have an issue. And it's funny as fuck. I find it funny as fuck, man. Like, the funniest part is, they really don't think it's an issue. Like, they really don't. They think it's completely normal. That is the funniest part of it all. Oh, wait, isn't there... Oh, yeah, there is right here.
what do you feel if big content creators react to you like Mr. Pokey or Tectone?
I don't really care. It's one of those things where, like, I'd probably not want it, right? Because I simply don't want their fan bases. Like I know there's a lot of chill dudes in Mr. Pokey chat, and there's actually a lot of like good people in Tectones as well because Tectone has a large ass chat. But the majority, like not really, man. Like no, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't think I'd ever get reacted to by them to begin with, anyways. Unless I made something like super controversial or some shit. Hasn't Tectone spent like well over 500K now? On gotcha games, I don't think so. Maybe he's like almost stopped spending on gotcha games, and lately, even when he does technically like spend for a character, he doesn't even pay for it himself. Like there are people in his chat, he just says, "Yo, gem gods, where are the gem gods?" And he gets gifted like $200 worth of gems. It was only Genshin where he actually went all out and spent like hundreds of thousands. If I may add, some people also play gacha games based on how much money they have instead of enjoyment. I mean, it's the same with almost like this is what happened with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer fucking sold like crazy for 1 year, and people started calling it the greatest anime of all time. Like, there's just some people who will always be on a hype train for something. You need mods to deal with their fan bases? Yeah, probably. Tectone fan base is so cancerous, so that could actually be bad if he doesn't like it. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying, right? If they look at you positively, like if they agree with your video, it's completely fine, and you'll probably experience a lot of growth. However, if they disagree with your video, be ready. Be ready for the stampede. I'd probably wake up to like 50 different comments if any of them disagreed with a video and they reacted to me. I'd have to be prepared for war. Like that shit is not my cup of tea. Good thing no one recommended your videos to them, yeah. Staff of Homeless incident, yeah. He spent around 500 in Genshin, but not, yeah. Like, he used to spend crazy amounts on Genshin, but at the same time, he basically made it all back every single time he made a video of him pulling, while also getting more people into his channel. So at the end, it was just a business expense, while at the same time, he was able to just, like, do whatever the fuck he wanted. Like, being a content creator when you're in like the top, I'd say like one, oh wait, I think I'm going the wrong way. When you're in like the top like 1% of content creators, and you can make profit out of every single video no matter how much money you spend for your content, being a content creator actually becomes a huge fucking advantage, because you can spend as much money on a game you like as you want, and it's always going to make you money back, and you could just write it off as a business expense. Demon Slayer, the GOAT, that's cap. It's good. It's just not the greatest, which is my point. Especially if you read the manga, like, it's mostly the animation, man. It really is. Honestly, imagine glazing someone so hard that you literally take time out of your day to harass some innocent content creator who was just giving their honest opinion. Yeah, that's why I made a video. I honestly thought, like, I made a video like 3 or 4 days ago. I thought it'd do more, but it didn't. But I don't really care that much, because I wanted it to get across to more people. Because keep in mind, I'm still not monetized. I'm still not monetized. I don't make any money off this shit still. I made that video hoping more people would see it, where I made a video saying something about like parasocial with content creators. Let me see. The idolizing CC video? Yeah, that one. I made a video talking about idolizing content creators and how it's like very fucking stupid and why you should never do it, and how there's people who actually like almost die behind like most of these content creators even when they can clearly be in the wrong at times. Like, it's an actual issue where people are kind of glazing content creators like crazy, and they simply cannot like understand.
Demon Slayer manga is mid. The anime's top tier only because Ufotable made it. Yeah. Gyutaro versus Uzui fight in the manga was just a few panels. Yeah. They fucking did that shit crazy justice in the anime. Like, oh my god, that shit was peak. Legit in contention with Trigger and Studio Madhouse. Yeah, exactly. I kind of wish Wuwa hire you as a VA and make you Scott 2.0 from HSR. Your voice is kind of nice for being a unique character. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But I don't even think I'd be that good for voice acting, really. Like, I feel like I need a lot more of, like... I don't know how to explain it, but when you do, like... You need, like, the anime voice, really. For when you do, like, these gacha game things. And I don't have a voice where I can, like, really, like, change my tone and the way I speak. Ooh, parry. $100K. Gion could never. Actually, Gion probably could at me maxed out, but ignore that. How many of these guys do I have to fight? Don't these guys have Spectro Res? Gabi, can you try voice acting? I'd probably fail miserably. Voice acting actually takes like a lot of practice. Because it like if you I don't know how to explain it, but if you're not used to voice acting and changing the tone of your voice constantly, literally give it a shot for like 10 minutes and your throat will instantly hurt. Like you need to actually like practice and get used to that shit. Bro, I'm about to die. There we go. Has anyone seen the One Piece Wit Studio anime frames? They look insane. Yeah, I've seen them on Twitter. It looks good. I hope they really fix the pacing. The only thing I'm worried about is it was revealed that Toei is also working again on the remake. Like, the biggest problem I have with the One Piece anime is that the animation is fucking phenomenal. But when you actually pay attention to the fights, bro, there's almost no fighting going on. Like, it takes sometimes it takes like half a minute to a minute for them to wind up one attack. I think Garp's Galaxy Impact, him just winding up the Galaxy Impact, was 2.5 minutes long, man. Like, they feel less like fights and more like interactions. Like, oh my god, I hate that shit. You missed about 2 gold chests in that domain? Wait, there's chests in there? Are you serious? OMG, the gold chest. Can I go back in? 2 to 3 panels equals 3 minutes? Yeah. Oh, I can go back in. Alright, we're good, guys. We're good. I can go back in. Do I have to kill the mobs again, or are the chests already there? Do you guys find Abby annoying? The pet thingy? Not really. He doesn't really talk all that much, and I always get the dialogue.
I don't see any gold chests. Were you guys lying? Or do I have to like finish it? Is Scar Fusion or Havoc? Probably Fusion. You can tell by the cards. Like Fusion Rectifier is probably what he'll end up being. Beat the mobs. Oh, I see. I probably should have used Gion for this, because those fucking Spectral Tigers have Spectral Res. But whatever. Scar is so far the only character with a domain expansion? Yeah, Shorekeeper is going to be the next one. I can't wait for Shorekeeper. She's easily the best design in the game. Like, I don't even think it's close. I love Shorekeeper? Yeah, exactly. Like, that is a crazy design. I really, apparently to, like, according to leakers, however, I don't fully trust it. She can, like, transform into a butterfly to make overworld exploration easier, which would be pretty useful. Like, for going over, like, places with, like, water and shit. I just hope it's not duration locked. Chang Li still clears for me, but I know Kuro can cook, yeah. Chang Li's definitely one of the coolest characters for sure. Alright. Gold chest, where are the go- Oh, I see, I see. Damn, I almost missed out on that. Thanks, guys. I didn't pull for Chang Li. I'm at guaranteed, but I'm pulling for Zhang Liao's weapon. Zhang Liao's weapon, huh? Is it really that? Do you already have Yanlin's weapon, or do you just, like, not have Yanlin? Or do you not like Zeshi or some shit? I don't know. I hope his weapon ends up being, like, broken or some shit. The weapon isn't free too? Nope. I don't have Yanlin? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Baiji, heavily considering pulling for Zeshi, actually. Do you have Jinshi? If you have Jinshi, yeah. Like, she's Jinshi's best in slot, and then you can put, like, people on other teams. Let me do a one pull for Cheng Li real quick, because I'm bored. I think this is 65 or 66 biddy. Unfortunate. Seems like we're not going to be getting a Cheng Li. Honestly, Mihoyo single player non-gacha game, I think they could actually cook. Isn't every game they make single player though? Ow! Unless you mean not make single player game. Or unless you mean no time gate. Unless you mean no time gate and it's just like a full actual game. I could see that. Wuwa's making it so hard for me to skip with these character designs. Yeah. I think so far 1.0 was probably the easiest skip patch, but currently like 1.2 is shaping up to be another, like, design wise, like, not as good as the rest. So a lot of people are probably going to skip 1.2, especially since Zhang Liao's free. This is probably going to be Wuwa's lowest revenue yet, since Zhang Liao's free. Yeah, that's what I meant. Full actual game, my bad. Oh, good. Zhangli on weapons looks sick. I can't even tell the difference, man. I gotta get. Footprints of Huang Long. I'm almost UL 60. I can't wait to hit UL 60. So I can get like that damage jump. So that I can finally like solo everything with my dungeon. My dungeon has pretty decent stats. Kinda. When Wu is gonna collab with PGR? Probably never. I'd love it though. Didn't get Chengli before pity, skill issue, just roll better? Okay, buddy. I'm known for having shitty luck. I lost my my 50-50 5 times in a row on Hawkeye Star Rail. Definitely skipping 1.2, but I want Shorekeeper to be pistol user. She's probably gonna be Rectifier. I don't see her being pistol. Especially since she's like a healer. And she's supposed to have like a domain expansion and all this butterfly shit. Like any character you see like Scar, like these characters who don't use weapons and instead have like elemental like animals or some shit like that, like they're always Rectifier. Every single time. Like if they don't have a specific weapons, they end up being Rectifier. The same is probably going to be true for Prolova. Prolova is probably also going to be a Rectifier. Like everyone's going to be Rectifier, man. That doesn't have a specific weapon. Although I think Zeshi is super good for Jinshi, CN Meta Boys will still roll. Oh yeah, 100%. Crit values are low just like me. Yep. A bit of downtime on pulls is good for free to play though. Or for people like me. Saving for other characters such as Geshu Lin, or many people are saving for... Yeah, like the two characters I'm waiting for the most right now are Geshu Lin and Prolova. And then I want Shorekeeper, since Shorekeeper is going to be a Verena replacement. Or not necessarily. Like you can put Verena on one team and have Shorekeeper on another team now. So Verena's no longer being like... She's no longer being like tug of war for being on one team over the other. So that's why I really want Shorekeeper. And then I want Zeshi so that I can put Yin Lin on a future Electro DPS's team. Right? So, like, I kind of win by getting both of them. However, I need to win the 50-50 both times, which is unrealistic. I bet Scar has a broad blade, but is just too lazy to swing it, so he uses throwing cards? Maybe. It's honestly annoying. I want pistol and swords, yeah. We still have yet to get a limited gunner. It sucks, but I have heard, like I've seen, I don't know how accurate it is, right? I just see random ass leaks on YouTube or Twitter at times. I saw that we might be getting a pistol user in 1.3 or 1.4. Like it's most likely in 1.3 or 1.4. Hi Gabby, what's up, cheerful? Should I pull Shorekeeper? I don't have Yinlin, but I want Shorekeeper and Yinlin. I'd say Shorekeeper is definitely... You know, Verena, even though Verena's a standard, the reason why she's considered like the most valuable character in the game is because she's a universal buffer that works for literally almost everyone, while at the same time being a healer. And healers are able to take advantage of the healing set, which increases the attack of everyone in your party by 15% the moment you heal them. So now that we're getting a limited version of basically Verena, but better, yeah, I'd go for her. These two are like going to be the number one in terms of pull value, like 100%. Because you can put them on any team, and it's going to affect any team the exact same way. Scar uses Prolova as the broad blade? That would be crazy. We don't appreciate Baiji hate here. We appreciate it very much. Don't worry, guys. You can hate Baiji as much as you want. Don't worry about it.
Isn't 1.3 only Yohu? Yohu's a 4-star. So, not. I don't think so. So, there's still like a 5-star left to be drip marketed, I think. I can't really see them only releasing one character for one patch. Like, I feel like it's a bit weird. Like, we've had Jian Yinlin, 2 new limited characters. We had Jinshi Chengli, 2 new limited characters. We have Zhang Liao and fucking Zeshi, 2 limited characters. Yohu's just a 4-star. So we might end up getting like a 5-star maybe. Since Kuro has a regular drip marketing, I think it's safe to say there's another 5-star as a surprise. Yeah. Like I don't see them not putting another 5-star. Like they could make anyone another 5-star. They can make an NPC a 5-star. Like I feel like they wouldn't lose out on money like that. Are you 50-50 for Zeshi? Yep. I've heard leaks that Kuro's gonna remodel a character and give them guns. Chun. Used to be Camellia, but now is gonna be a different person, so new name, slightly improved model, and giving guns. Oh, I can't wait for that then. Yeah, she was one of my favorite models or like designs from the like the trailer I saw. Like the old Wuwa trailer. So that's really nice. Playable Jing Yi, please. Who's Jing Yi? I kind of forgot who Jing Yi is. How's my Mount Firmament exploration looking like? 75%. Uh... Jingy's the grand. Oh yeah, I remember now. They make Chun use guns because Camellia will use Broadblade. Won't Camellia be a sword user? Like in when like she's like when she pins us down, doesn't she use like a normal sword that isn't Broadblade? She's probably just gonna be a sword user like Cheng Li. How the fuck am I supposed to do this shit? Oh no. Jingy is gonna be the Garp of the Wuwaverse? Oh, okay. Imagine. Every gacha game should just put in as many Makima characters as possible to get the bag. Honestly, yeah. It's kind of the move. Camellia got vines and shit, right? Yep. It's already been leaked, like her sound effects and shit. She has like vines. If I had to guess, it's gonna be like the opposite of Arena. Like it's not gonna be bright green. It's probably gonna be like a very desaturated green with like yellow, brownish, and reddish tints. Like if I had to guess. Because Verina's is kind of like turquoise, basically. Hers is turquoise and super bright. Hello, man. I love your videos. How you doing? Thanks, man. I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Water? In my opinion, her big hair can hold big sword. No, it's Yan. Yeah, I want Yan. I want Yan. Like, Yan is actually, like, one of the best designs in the game. Like, call me crazy. I like Yan's design more than I like Zhang Liao or Jian's design. Like, this guy is just an absolute, like... Bro, he's a badass, man. I feel like anyone who has, like, a cloak on their back... Like, this is Garp. This is Garp. That's an actual fleet admiral right there.
Camellia appeared for 1 minute and solidified herself as the most down bad character. Yep. I don't really care about Camellia all that much. She's probably one of the new characters in the story that I'm like least interested in. Jan Calcharo? Honestly, no. I like Calcharo's design more. However, Calcharo's combat would probably be worse. Doing pretty good playing Lumbus Company. It's really good. I quit Wuwa at the moment though. And I love HSR. Ah, I see, man. It's always nice to take a break from these games for a while. I don't know what Lumbus Company is though. But I'm glad you're enjoying HSR as well. Garp equals drip? Yeah, exactly. Why you like Geshu Lin? Because he's just a badass. Have you seen the story? He, like, literally every time he attacks in the story, it is completely, like, it's black/purple flames. So it's like 99% likely he's going to be Havoc and Broadblade. Like, he has one of the most badass designs alongside one of the most badass, like, attack type of designs ever. Yeah, exactly. Like Geshu Lin, in my opinion, is probably like a better Calcharo. Like when he comes out, he'll probably just be like a better Calcharo in terms of like design, personality, and combat. What about a Scythe user in Wuwa? I'd go for that instantly. I really want that. However, I don't think we're gonna get like we're kind of stuck with weapons. I think that's the issue with this game. We're stuck with specific weapons, so the only weapon type that can really like go outside into like a scythe maybe would probably be like rectifier users or maybe like sword users, unless Kuro starts implementing something where people can like transform their weapon as part of like a character's kit. I don't know. That's the only thing I hate about like Wuwa a bit, because I want a gunner, but a gunner that uses an AR or a sniper rifle, right? Like I really don't want every gunner to be pistol related. I really don't. Bro, stop with Calcharo slander. You're gonna make me cry. Olympus Company is a gacha game made by indie Korean company Project Moon. It's 17 plus. Their blood. There's blood and swearing, not like most gachas, and it's also free to play friendly. Oh, I see, man. Might check it out later. Doesn't Havoc Rover have a scythe? Kinda, but it's not the same. Okay, guys, what I mean by scythe, I mean a character who always has a scythe. Like Havoc Rover's quote unquote scythe is literally for like 1 second in one combat animation. Like I just mean a character that is purely scythe. Let me see. Yeah, like this is almost always completely like. Yeah, there it is. So he gets a scythe for literally like 1 second. I lost my first 50-50 in ZZZ, but I'm still really enjoying the game, so I'm gonna stick with it over Wuwa. That's cool, man. I personally didn't find much enjoyment in ZZZ, to be honest. I wish I did, so I could make more content on it, but it just wasn't hitting for me, so I had to like take a I quit it. How about Gion? Gion only gets his dragon in his ult. Although that would be better if it was like an old thing instead of like a 1 second combat animation for a specific character. But I think in general, I just want a character that can just straight up like have a scythe at all times, or a character who can have a sniper rifle at all times, and not be stuck to like this specific weapon type. You picked male rover over female when female is fine and hot as hell. I don't care how hot a character is in this game or like in these games. Like it doesn't affect me in the slightest. Whenever it comes to main characters, I literally always choose the man because I just like it more. I think it's more badass and cooler, and I can obviously relate with a dude main character more. Like most people, like every time people talk about Chang Li in my chat or my comments, they always talk about her like in a lewd way. Like, why don't you pull for her? Lewd this, lewd that. Like, I only care about combat animations and damage numbers. If a character is ass, I'm just not fucking pulling for them. Like, if Shorekeeper ends up being dog shit, like realistically, she's not right. But if she ended up being dog shit, I wouldn't pull for her. Like, I don't hate, bro. You know the male rover's flaunting Balenciaga. Gabi, are you perchance a Ruby fan since you like specifically a sniper and a scythe? Nope. I don't even know what that is. I know it's an anime my cousin used to watch, and he used to tell me about how he was watching it. But nah, I'm not a Ruby fan. I don't even know what that is. If new gunners are like PGRS frame, that would be insane. Has pistol, but also remote weapons that assist combos. Yeah, like, I don't care how they integrate it. I just don't want every single gunner to be a pistol user. That's about it. I would do that too, but the man characters in gacha games always mad as fuck. I can agree. I think in most games, there's definitely more effort in detail put into the female characters than the male ones. Especially, like, more so often just straight up the male characters, right? But I think Wuwa is one of the few exceptions where I do think the main character, like his design already goes hard. So I don't really have a problem with it. I liked Male Rover's outfit more than female. I tend to imagine myself in the outfit. And the outfits are often too revealing, so pants it is, yeah. Like, hear me out, right? I think female Rover just straight up looks worse than male Rover. Like, I think what a lot of these gacha games have a problem with is that when it comes to the female characters, 90% of the time it's just add cleavage. And that's it. Like, the design doesn't change, it's just add cleavage. And then instantly more people go for the girl. But I think male Rover, like, the way he has the outfit on, I like the way he wears his outfit more than I like the way the female Rover wears hers. Like, I think it just fits him more and looks better in general. Like, the moment you get over the fact that she has more cleavage and you're no longer, like, being controlled by it, you realize, like, yo, the male Rover actually, like, he has that shit on. Wuwa breaking a bunch of molds and norms, which is a breath of fresh air and a good thing, yeah. Oh, now I'm just imagining a character that is a pistol user, but doesn't really use the pistol and instead fights with a machine gun, yeah. Like, I never gave it much thought when the game first came out, because it's like, cool, pistol user. I like gun users in games, right? But I just much more love if they integrated, like, a ton of different types of guns. We'll have to see whenever the first Gunner Limited comes out. Gabi's blinded? No way? Nah. You guys are the ones blinded. I'm pure and safe. That's all it is. Asmongold mindset, see big boobs equals instant like. That's the case for most people, yeah. Mr. Rover has a realistic fit for an after-apocalypse scenario, yeah. Are you a One Piece fan? I am. I'm currently caught up with the manga. I'm caught up with the anime. I fully like watched the anime for the first time like around half a year to a year ago. It's not only about the cleavage though, well for me anyway, I'm more so into the face and hair. I guess. It's all just preference at the end of the day. Like everyone has different preference on what characters they want to use. I just like the male rover because I just like using a dude main character in every game I play. Like I've never used a girl main character, like almost ever. I think the only time I chose the girl main character over the male character was was ZZZ. And that's because the design difference was actually astronomical. Like it was astronomical. The amount of effort put into fucking whatever her name is over Wise. Like One Piece is my favorite series. It's so peak. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites as well. It's very, very good. I am a bit disappointed by the way the anime fights are kind of going. Like, the animation is great, but I hate that most of the fights aren't actually fights. And I hate the way that swordsmanship is portrayed. Biggest props to Wuwa for bringing back men that look like men, yeah. Imagine like in Baiji, 175 energy for ult, that's a minus for healers, yo. That's what I'm saying, man. Complete useless. Sips are safer in these kind of games. We're not affected as badly by shifts in meta because... Oh yeah, that's true. But like, I'm not one of those people, right? Like, I think that's really a big reason why criticizing characters in these games can sometimes lead to so much controversy. Like, people... They won't be happy. They won't be happy when their favorite character that they're actually, like, really attached to gets criticized. And I think that's actually what happened with the Sparkle shit. Like, every single person who was really mad at me was someone who's actively, like, using their Sparkle on all their, like, main teams. And then everyone else who wasn't biased was like, yeah, bro, I fucking regret skipping Robin. It's a night and day difference. I found Wise so ugly, it's insane. Yeah, I really didn't give a shit for Wise. First Calcharo slander, now Wise. Bruh, you breaking me? Bro, Wise is actually like one of the most NPC main characters I've ever seen in a Hoyo game. Like, Aether is probably Hoyo's like #1 MC in terms of design. Like, I don't know how they downgraded consistently. It doesn't even make sense. Gonna be 100% real. I'm really burnt out and sick of tired of open world gacha games. That's why I play Nike, HSR, ZZZ, and Limbus. That's completely understandable. I've said this before, where I reacted to a video of his name's like, I don't know how to pronounce his name completely, but his name's like Valk or some shit, and he made a video on why he liked ZZZ more than Wuwa, and then pretty much what it ended up coming down to was dailies is faster, and I don't have to deal with open world exploration. And it's like, I completely understand that. That's why I love Honkai Star Rail so much. It's literally just get on. You instantly can do like domains. You don't have to do any exploration or any of that. You just get on, instantly do the combat, and then you log off after doing your dailies. Like, it's not as... I feel like it takes more brain power to actively move. Like, yes, it already takes... It's like the difference between 0.2% brain power and 0.1% brain power. Like, for many people, it is enough of a change. Honestly, just talk your shit, make them mad. I'm assuming all of us here ain't that attached to pixels that much, yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep making videos on this, by the way. Like, when it comes to characters who end up being, like, way more ass than we originally thought. Like, Sparkle is only... Like, the only reason I'm talking about Sparkle now is because everyone's doing recalculations, and they're finding out that Robin is just significantly better in almost every single scenario. Like, if this happens to another character, I'm covering the shit the same. Like, I'm not a coper. I'm not going to be biased, bro. Like, I'm just going to say shit how it is. GGEs, I have played Genshin, Wuwa, those two open world. Yeah.
It's the exact opposite for me. 99% of the games I play are linear single player games, like Ultra Kill. So an open world gacha game like Wuwa for me is a breath of fresh air. I think it all depends on how many games you play actively, right? Like the majority of people are gonna play 1 to 2 games actively. Um, like gacha games I'm talking about. So for those people, it's fine. But I feel like once you start going outside of that, you probably do want more convenience. And I do think convenience is a huge part of these gacha games, so. ZZ making the QTE chain attack optional is an absolute game changer. That'll affect the dynamics of the game. I think it'll be a lot better, but I still wouldn't play it. Yeah, that was one of my main complaints for ZZZ. It was that the game was practically playing itself for you by doing the chain attacks by themselves. And I saw multiple times that some of the fastest clears in Shiyu defense had to do with canceling chain attacks because they simply take up too much animation time. Speaking of HSR, I want to play turn-based combat. I'll play Persona or something. I've never tried Persona. Character I regret pulling. Chat is more active than I expected. Yeah. This is the most viewers concurrent I think I've ever had. Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you all for stopping by. I've never had 50 viewers concurrent before. Character I regret pulling for is Black Swan. Feels like she's super mid without Kafka, who I don't have. Yep. Black Swan, literally her only use is Acheron teams and dot teams. If you don't have the right units for a dot team, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I mean, what you could do, right? You could go for Zhao Q. And when Black Swan gets her rerun, go for her E1. Because her E1 is like really broken. And then you'll have like a pretty decent dot team. But like dot teams are very expensive to be good. Like you do want E1 Kafka, you do want E1 Black Swan, you want their Lycones. Like they are pretty expensive to really be good. Don't worry, Gabby, there's more to come. Lovely. In the 4 minutes and 11 seconds following a jackpot, Steve is effectively immortal. Honestly, I played Persona 3 on PC. PCX2, no refund. You don't have Kafka, so Black Swan sucks. Yep. I play all 3 HSR, Wuwa, ZZZ. So many critics are immune to me, even if I agree with them. Oh yeah. At the end of the day, you can criticize something and enjoy it. Like, for example, I think Demon Slayer is mid. Like, story-wise, it is mid, and I don't really care for the story all that much. Yet, it is still one of the most hype animes out there. Like, I still love Demon Slayer. I think it has some of the best... Actually, no, not the best animation, but some of the best effects in the entirety of the game. Right? Like, you could criticize something and still love it, but there are many people who can't do that and will get mad if you criticize something they love. Like, I've noticed this mostly in, like, One Piece. It's the worst in One Piece. Like, being a One Piece fan, like, I don't even admit to being a One Piece fan. Like, in my daily life, to my friends, I don't admit to being a One Piece fan. I'll say, yeah, I watch Naruto. I'm not going to say I'm a One Piece fan, because they're absolutely fucking miserable most of the time. Also, I'm noticing even people like Tectone are getting burnt out on playing and covering gacha games and the gacha game drama and even Hexjuice as well. Because gacha games are temporary. This is the inherent problem with gacha games that I've mentioned like multiple times. The problem with these games is that they're time gated. So your enjoyment of the game just wanes and wanes and wanes and wanes. So, because the entire point of these games is to get you attached to the characters and the story. So, at some point, when you start playing other games
and you realize that like these gacha games are like not that interesting, right? And you're no longer that interested in the characters or story anymore, these games are so much worse than like people actually give them credit for, right? Like the time gate absolutely ruins any type of old time enjoyment for people. Gacha games aren't good for mental health, yeah. Not to mention these games are inherently predatory. Outside of the time gate, like you cannot get every single character in the game. Like the difference between this game and like full price games, obviously this game's free to play. So for free to plays, this is less of a problem. But if you're someone who doesn't mind spending money on video games, there are people who will like spend the same price for 30 full price games to max one character. This is the thing with full price games, right? You can get all the content in the game even if you take a 1 year break off of it. If you just come back and grind, you'll have everything in the game that the game has to offer. If you take a 1 year break from a gacha game and you come back to grind, you're missing out on half the characters that came out. You're missing out on half the signature weapons. You're missing out on a ton of 4-star weapons and 4-star characters that could help your account in clearing content. Like that is the inherent problem with these gacha games. If you are not active all the time, you are simply losing out on value. One Piece anime is like 100 to 150 episodes for one fight. I can't. I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. The only fight in the entirety of the series that I think is that long is against Kaido. I think that is the only one. It is terribly paced, right? Don't get me wrong. The pacing is atrocious. However, it is mostly the Kaido fight that actually went on for that long. Hot take, I like the time gating system in Wuwa. It's the game telling you to touch grass. Compare that to World of Warcraft Epidemic, where people were literally just not stopping playing. Bro, I wasn't accept you to join. What? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you weren't expecting me to join? To like accept the invite? You weren't expecting me to do it? Sakuna, the problem I have with that is those are MMORPGs. Like MMORPGs are specifically made to be grindy. Like they are made to be that way. Like you put in a shit ton of time, right? And even then, here's the thing, right? For World of Warcraft, you can get nearly... Actually, no. I think World of Warcraft is the worst explanation of this. I'm going to use a game I've played since I was a kid. What server does Gabby play in? I forgot. NA. So, there's a game I played since I was a kid called Wizard 101, and it's an MMORPG. You have to invest a crazy amount of time to hit max level, right? I'd say, for most people, it'd take them 1 to 2 months to hit max level in Wizard 101. However, once they finish all of that, they can come back to the game 1 year later and still have all the content done. Like, they have everything in the game that they need, and they wouldn't have missed out on absolutely anything. And when a new content patch comes out, they can instantly do that. And then take another year break and come back. So while, yes, technically these games are less time intensive, like day to day, right? Because if you're playing an MMORPG, you're likely going to be playing it for 1 to 2 hours a day. While these games, you're going to be playing 5 to 10 minutes. These games, you need to actively play for the entire lifespan to not miss out on things. I think that's the inherent difference. So once you finish a game, like these MMORPGs, you can take a break as long as you want and touch grass and never touch the game again. But for these games, you always have to touch the game. Even if it's only for a short amount of time. That's not true. If you take a year break from an MMO, you're not going to be ready for the current level of content like raids. Um, for Wizard 101, this isn't an issue. Like, at all. I don't know about other games. I think World of Warcraft is a very special exception in terms of difficulty. But maybe. But then again, like, once again, you can come back for like a couple of days or like a week, grind the gear you need or get the stuff you need, and then just go do a raid. Like, even in World of Warcraft, multiple times have I seen like one of the main, I think his name is Zico, where he's like one of the main PvPers in hardcore World of Warcraft. When he's not playing hardcore, he did a raid with casual people, random people he met in global chat, and they almost cleared it. Like, they almost cleared it. So are MMO like WoW not predatory when it asks you to pay a monthly subscription, set up raids that take 1 week to prep for a proper one, then make RMT official? I mean, the raid requirements are set by the people themselves. Yes, I wasn't expecting you to join. It's okay, man. The raid requirements are set by people themselves, like the community, and most of them suck dick. They just don't want to restart. That's the issue. Like, it's just like I said before. You can get randoms in global chat, literally some of the most clueless people ever, and still have a very good raid run. Not to mention, the subscription price for World of Warcraft, you can just stop paying that. Like, this is why I'm saying World of Warcraft is such a, like, standout example. Because the subscription price for World of Warcraft is pretty stupid, right? However, you can just pay the subscription price, and when you're not playing the game, you completely stop paying for it. By the way, I think Zhang Liao is going to be a tier 0.5 with his weapon. Maybe. I heard he got kind of nerfed. Like, pretty crazily the last patch. So I'm not completely sure. Misconception would be assuming they value your time whatsoever. He got buffed? Oh, I see. Most of these gacha games are crafted in such a way using your money is incentivized so that your time is used better. Yeah, I know. That I agree with you. I actually agree with you. I know they do that. I've always like I figured this out like a long ass time ago when I was actually having like a debate with this with one of my friends that like it's either you spend money for convenience or you dump a shit ton of time, right? However, my problem with gacha games is unless you have the money, even if you play this game actively every single day, you can't get every single character and you can't get every single weapon if you're free to play. Or even if you just spend on battle pass or monthly pass, you still can't get every character. While in other games like MMOs, single player games like God of War, Elden Ring, like these games you pay a full price and you're able to clear the content and get all the content has to offer no matter when you take a break. He got his old, after the nerf he got his old stuff back. Oh, I see. I wonder if it'll be the... Have you played Final Fantasy? No, I haven't. I wonder if it'll be the same with Wuwa once we pretty much done grinding for most of the characters. We are just simply preparing mats for the upcoming characters. Right now in PGR, I don't need to grind at all since I'm overflowing with materials. Yeah. Like, the only thing keeping me in these gacha games is the story and characters. If there ever comes a day where I'm no longer interested in the characters or story, I'll give up on the game. This is what happened to me in Genshin. At some point in Genshin, I became uninterested in the story because I noticed a common pattern where they were consistently nerfing Ether for absolutely no fucking reason to make the plot go further. So I ended up quitting. And because I was no longer interested in the story. And there was only 2 characters who I said I would come back to the game for. And it was, what's her name? Arlecchino and Columbina. So I came back to the game when Arlecchino came out, and I got Arlecchino. However, I don't even know if I'll come back to the game anymore if Columbina comes out. Because I don't want to do Notland. I mean, it's totally okay to make you pay for playtime, but they artificially pad out your playtime. Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Ugh. HSR is a perfect example of making us get characters simply for the sake of completing new content more efficiently than using older characters. Yeah, like right now, HSR is... And he gains 2 stacks while doing? Are you free to play, by the way? No. I have Battle Pass and a monthly pass. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. HSR has the worst case of a power creep I've ever seen in a gacha game. Like, unless you have the supports to make up the difference, these new DPSs are twice to thrice as strong than these old ones. Like, it's actually an astronomical difference. And on top of that, specifically if you're going for like break teams, bro, the investment in relics you need to do damage is like crazy. Like, it's crazy less. You need way less investment to do even more damage. Have you played Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh. Isn't that like a card game or some shit? Genshin's story suffers a serious case of the MC being a witness, not contributing to the plot. Like, the lore is amazing, but the story sucks. Yeah, exactly. There's still things to do in Skyrim now than Genshin. Bro, the Aether nerfs are wild. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should see Honkai Impact 3rd's power creep. Oh, it sucks to hear that. Power creep deniers for HSR are the biggest copers in gacha. Okay, so this is the argument. This is the argument that hardcore... It's always hardcore players, right? It's either super casual or hardcore players. This is the argument they make for power creep not existing. Oh, if you have god tier relics for literally every single character on your team, like I'm talking about probably like half a year's worth of god tier relics for your specific team, then that team can still clear the content. Like, that is their argument. Like, do you realize how shit of an argument that is? Like, oh my god. I need you guys to keep in mind, right? There is a video on YouTube of Yun Li, E0S1 Yun Li versus 5 mobs. And Jing Yuan, E6S1 against 5 mobs. And the E0S1 Yun Li out damages the E6S1 Jing Yuan. It's like, okay, sure. They can still clear content with absolute god tier investment. However, why would anyone pull for them if they're absolute like trash compared to these new characters and they require that much investment to be able to clear content to begin with? And then the argument that casual players make is, who cares about the end game? The game, just play the story and don't worry about characters doing this much damage. Like, so many people don't understand that literally the only thing you have left to do when you finish the story of a gacha game is the end game. There's literally nothing else to do content wise. Even with god tier relics, you cannot win without pulling. Yeah, exactly. Like, to put it in perspective, currently ZMM, someone who people were using as an argument against me, he's made an account where he hasn't pulled on at all, right? So he's basically cleared completely with like doctor ratio and a bunch of free 4 stars, right? However, this man has spent half his time, half a year, farming one relic domain, the Eagle set. It is one of the most universal domains in the entirety of the game. He spent an entire half year farming one domain. He has the most god tier relics you'll almost ever see on anyone's account, and he still couldn't clear this MOC. Okay? That is 1 year. 1 year of consistent relic domain farming on an account, and he couldn't clear or full star MOC or Apocalyptic Shadow. So even if you have god tier relics, you still need to pull to be able to clear the content these days, which is the point. Like, it's getting really, really bad. That's kind of the point. Like, maybe the power creep isn't that big of an issue right now, right? But what's going to happen when 3.0 hits and we get another mechanic that's as broken, if not more broken than Super Break, that makes a new DPS like way stronger than everyone else? What's going to happen then? Because what the problem with these gacha games, right? Power creep wouldn't be an issue if they didn't make the enemy stronger. But if you guys have seen, for the 2.5 MOC, I want to give you guys an example, right? The current MOC, Argenti has 1.2 million health. And he has mechanics to make beating him easier. And he also has like 130 speed. In the 2.5 MOC, the Hule boss has 2.75 million HP. That is double Argenti's. And on top of that, he has 190 speed. And because of his Moon Rage mechanic, he can get up to 400, nearly 400 speed. And he has no mechanics to make beating him easier, by the way. He has zero mechanics to make beating him easier, unlike Argenti. So he has double the health, he has no mechanics to help you, and he's the fastest mob in the entirety of the game. Like, have you seen what Shorekeeper does? Yeah, apparently leaks. It's not confirmed, but leaks have been saying that she buffs crit rate. So we'll see how that goes. She buffs crit rate. She also heals. She has like a domain expansion as her ult. Leave mid Yuan alone. Bro's in the back with Yang Qing. Man, I used to use Yang Qing when I first started Honkai Star Rail. She is like Fu Xuan. Yeah. She buffs crit for the entire team while also sustaining. I have both Jing Yuan and his LC, but his LC got stolen by Herda while he's sitting and crying at the corner. Yeah, that's the issue I have with power creep, because there's a lot of people who like certain characters more than these new ones, but they continue to use the new ones because it's just so much easier to clear with them. Like, I know this is a very, very common problem, and even my friend has this exact same problem, where people like one character more but don't use them because they're worse. Also, what are your thoughts on the new HSR story? I enjoyed it, but I saw Box 2 and other gacha content creators saying it's mid. Also, I have been seeing people say Penacony is overhyped, but I love it. I think Penacony is a little overrated. However, that's because the community hypes it up to be like the greatest story to ever touch fiction. Like, Penacony's a good story. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not that crazy. As for the new story, I skipped it. I skipped it all. I'm not gonna lie. I just skipped it. I didn't really care all that much. HSR power creep gonna hit Honkai Impact level of power creep? I'm not sure how bad the power creep is in Honkai Impact. Penacony is the best one, yeah. Like, in terms of every single, like, patch Honkai Star Rail has had, and the gacha games I played, Penacony was amazing. It was phenomenal. But it's once again one of those things where people, like, they say it's like 10 out of 10. Like, I wouldn't say it's 10 out of 10. Especially with how much filler dialogue there is. It's not just MOC, we also have Pure Fiction and Apocalyptic Shadow and more endgame modes on the way. Yeah, exactly. Like, for right now, Pure Fiction is kinda fine. Because you can use an Acheron team or a Firefly team, and then you can just use Himiko and Herda on the other team. Like, Himiko and Herda are kind of like built for Pure Fiction, but I'm sure at some point in the game's lifespan, they're no longer going to be that crazy. And you're going to want to run, like, new limiteds. Chang Li Quest is 10 out of 10? Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10. I give it, like, 8 to 9 out of 10. I feel like I can't really give anything 10 out of 10. Like, there's nothing that's really made me go like that crazy. And honestly, Penacony's rating kind of dropped for me in its last patch. I think the last patch was a bit boring.
Yo, chill. I am Penacony yet. No spoilers, please.
Be careful for people in the chat, but I don't think I spoiled anything. I just didn't find Penacony that crazy. Glad I don't have a single Yang Ching on my HSR account. I hope you have 3 Bailus then. We're coming to a point where even the newer characters are struggling while the older characters are just crying in the corner. Yeah. It sucks. It really does. Like, it just is what it is, right? And there's such a disconnect that hardcore players think, like, oh, this old character is still usable if you put, like, 6 months into Team Relic investment. Like, oh my god, man. It's such a delusional way of thinking. They just can't get over the fact that a character they like can be like way less usable than another character. Okay, I'm gonna dual thundering something while watching. Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by the way.
I may start a war, but my Hoyo stories isn't even like half as good as series, such as JJK, for example, when it comes to characters.
Oh, 100%. These Hoyo games don't compare to really like anime and like actual stories like shit like that. Because reality is they have some decent story, but 90% of it is just filler dialogue that shouldn't be there. Like they put filler dialogue so that it takes you longer to finish the story patch. However, it ends up like ruining the overall quality of the story by like a significant margin. Bronya struggling to hold on? I would disagree. I think you do need like a good relic investment, but Bronya currently works on so many teams, and because of Fei Xiao, she is the best hyper carry option with like a Fei Xiao, Robin, Bronya Gallagher team, or Aventurine and Link Xiao replace the sustain. Like Bronya has more use in the game than Sparkle right now. Like it's also been shown that although Sparkle is more SP positive, Bronya is also a better buffer for Acheron. Like she's actually very solid if you're able to make an SP positive team.
That's literally why I'm contemplating to quit HSR. They are not only power creeping, they are also straight up replacing them.
Oh yeah. Okay, dueling and watching at the same time is hard. It's so cool, man. But yeah, like Ling Sha was literally created to just replace Gallagher. Like fire, abundance, break oriented sustain. Like she was literally just made to replace Gallagher. And she is significantly better than Gallagher. But Gallagher is still usable, right? So it's still fine. Like if you have an E2, E6 Gallagher, you don't need to go for Ling Sha. But she is just a straight up like significant upgrade over him.
I have a theory HSR 3.0 will be insane because I think it will build on everything before in the story. Zhangzhou, Bellabog, and Penacony also I think before 3.0 we will go back to Bellabog. I hope so. Bellabog is one of my favorite planets. Honkai impacts power creep at this point. Wait, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Were characters who were busted at the end of part 1 immediately became garbage in part 2? Oh my god. Bronya's great with Firefly as well? I don't think so. I don't think so. Make a lot of people in the gacha community having... Maybe a lot of people in the gacha community haven't consumed much fiction, in my assumption. Since describing some of the narrative like it's the best thing ever makes me think it's the case. Oh yeah. Yun Li is just Clara too? Yeah, exactly. Yun Li is legit just a complete Clara replacement.
Like they're even similar in terms of design. She isn't good with Bronya? Yeah, she isn't good with Bronya. Because Bronya doesn't help at all. Like her crit damage buff is literally completely useless. The only thing you get out of her is her action advance. But like that's kind of useless anyways. Because if you have a decently built Firefly, she's already taken like 4 turns a cycle. Like 3 or 4 turns. But Link Shot doesn't debuff. So for Acheron teams, the thing is, even if she doesn't debuff, she's perfect for. She works for both follow up and break. That is Ling Shaw's main like target. If you're running a break team, or you're running a follow up team, or you're running both, you can use Ling Shaw. Like, that's kind of the main thing. Aventurine is still better. Aventurine is still the overall better sustain though. Gabi is the light crusher in your world there? If so, can I come kill it? Sure. That's fine with me. I cringed when I had to build a male character. Ling Shaw is coming home. Yeah, get Ling Shaw for your thing. Ling Shaw is really broken for the break team. I'm getting tired of the always you need to get this next unit with HSR. Yeah. Okay, guys. This is going into leaks territory, right? So don't take my word like completely. This is merely speculation and rumors from certain leakers and certain sources. But there is a rumor, and I've already made a video on this, that in 3.0 HSR, we may get a new banner, and we might get new characters. But, okay, so older characters will get new paths. Like, let's say, for example, Kafka. Like, she might get a destruction path, but it'll be like a new character, right? So she'll be stronger as that version. Like, different characters, older characters, will end up getting new paths. Just to make them usable still. Like in version 3.0. It's not confirmed, but that's just a rumor from leakers. That there might be a new banner where you can pull on new paths for the older characters. I'm just saying that Gallagher can still be used for Acheron teams so he isn't wasted. Gallagher can work for almost every team in the game, man. Like, he works on a Fei Xiao team. Like, he works on follow-up teams. He works on Acheron team. He works on Dot team. He literally works on every single team I've ever seen. Gallagher is probably one of the most universal sustains. And he's incredibly SP positive. Getting lane shot for Fei Xiao because of Fua stacks? Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same. Unless Aventurine reruns. If Aventurine reruns, I'm not getting lane shot. I haven't read manga in a while. Haven't consumed anime, actually. Should get back on it, man. Is Fei Xiao worth going for even if you have Acheron? Do you have a second team right now, Dark Castle? And if you don't have Zhao Q, I'd recommend going for Zhao Q first. About to solo it with Bai Ji for real. Witness true potential. Verena could never. I could run a DPS Verena. Like, if I had the echoes. Bai Ji's not anything special. Don't worry. I'll be waiting to see you die. Child slander, yeah. Like, so mean, man. What did Verena even do to him? Facial's only worth it depending on your second team. Unless, like, once again, this always comes back around if you like the character, pull on her. Like, if your second team is break or some shit, or, like, it all depends on if your second team is bad. Like, she can be really good for, like, Apocalyptic Shadow or some shit in the future. And from what I've seen, Acheron, legit, like, there is no character who can zero cycle at E0S1 in the 2.5 MOC except for Fei Xiao. I'm pretty sure Fei Xiao is literally the only character so far I've seen from leakers who has been able to zero cycle. By the way, I know some people may be like confused why I'm bringing up zero cycles. Zero cycles are pretty much just a good way of showing like the absolute peak of a character. So if other characters fall behind, that means the other characters are just weaker, whether it be by a little or a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always bring up zero cycles, because if the game gets to a point where only one or a few select characters can actually zero cycle and others can't, then that's pretty bad. And it shows like a decent case of power creep. Also wait for drip marketing for 2.6. Yeah, that too. There's been some leaks. Aglaia might be an ice hunt character. And we haven't had an ice limited since Penacony. Like, since Penacony, we've had like 3 fire characters. We've had 2 or 3 physical characters. And we've basically had one of every element but ice. So we are due for an ice limited soon. So if Aglaia comes out in 2.6 and she gets strip marketed, I'm actually like fully skipping Fei Xiao. Because I want an ice character and I don't need 2 hunt characters. And I'd rather go for a Venturine or Robin or Black Swan, whoever the fuck is going to rerun. And I'll just end up not going for Fei Xiao. But that's if Aglaia ends up coming out in 2.6. Gabby at 2,000 subscribers as a celebration special. You should build Baiji. I'm good. We don't need any more Baiji. I'm good. I think that I'd probably make that like a 1 million subscriber special. I lagged and died? Nah. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Wuwa League Shorekeeper provides auto dodge for on-field units and takes damage in their place? Oh, that's pretty good. A Q&A would be cool for a special? I might do it. Someone said it in my comments before. So maybe. You lagged because Baiji... Okay, man. I'm gonna be sad when JJK ends because it for sure ain't gonna end happily. Yep. It is what it is. I actually like that. Now I got 150 MS and lagged for him. I could win with 150 MS. I could win on 300. That's how good I am. Whole cast is basically cooked, yeah. But JJK is one of the few series where I actually like enjoy the fact that the author isn't scared to kill off characters. For example, My Hero Academia, the author already admitted to changing the story and changing plot lines because he didn't want to disappoint the fans who would be disappointed, like from killing characters. Which means likely the only reason why Bakugo is even alive is because of that. Like, authors who are scared to kill off characters and in turn make the story less interesting because they're too popular, they're really fucking annoying. So I'm really glad that Gege just doesn't give a shit. Do you have Yinlin weapon? No, I don't. Okay. Proof? I don't need proof. You guys can just tell and guess, probably. Sometimes bittersweet endings are good for the story, yeah. Don't worry, Gabi. They just don't understand that Baichi sucks. Exactly. Until my favorite characters die. Yep. I have always respected Gege for that. He always does what he wants and basically says fuck to anyone and gets triggered. Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to keep in mind, Gojo is probably like the most popular anime character, like within the last like two, I'd say 2 or 3 years. Gojo is probably the most popular anime character in the past 3 years, and he killed them. He didn't give a shit. Like, all of the most popular characters are getting absolutely dealt with. He didn't have to do Nanami like that, though. I'm not gonna lie, Nanami definitely got it the worst out of everyone, probably. He definitely probably got it the worst. Feel bad for Kohei with his toxic MHA fan base. It's mostly the shippers. Like, this is an actual ongoing issue where the most toxic people of every single anime fandom are the shippers. And it's actually like a common pattern. Even in Hoyo games, it's the exact same in these Hoyo games. The shippers are the most toxic. Like, they grow an actual emotional attachment to these characters. And then, if you ever put them in a straight ship, you'll be crucified by them for it. Like, it is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen. It's why I hate shipping in general. Like, I don't ship, right? When I watch an anime or like a manga, I watch it for the story. I don't really give a shit who ends up with who, so long as I like the story. However, there are some people who take that shit too seriously to the point where they care more about the ship than they do the actual story. And it's very annoying. What's good, man? Love your videos. What's up, Josian? Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing names. What's up, man? Are you gonna pull in 1.2 for Zhang Liao weapon or Zeshi? I'm gonna pull for Zeshi in her weapon first. If I end up getting Zhang Liao's weapon early, that'd be nice. I'll probably stream it too. Damn, I gotta catch up on JJK. Yeah, it's getting crazy now. We're near the end of the manga at this point. Zhang Liao loses 3%, 30%. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Okay. I'm still gonna go for Zeshi's though. Of his damage. Yeah, I still need to go for Zeshi's though. Because I don't have a weapon for Yin Lin. And I can use the rectifier on both Yin Lin and Zeshi. So I have to go for the rectifier first. Most of these ships are headcanon because some characters don't even interact in the story yet. I hate shipping and taking pictures of trash cans. I love shipping because I do deliveries. Oh, that's pretty good. I wish some characters have their own relationships, but they can't. Never mind, I gotta do proper tests for Baiji solo first. What I say, man? Baiji ain't it? Baiji's washed. No one should use her. She's not weak though? No. She is. She is. I know a community that became ship infested, cough cough Pokemon. Oh, that sucks. I'm not much of a Pokemon fanatic. So I can't really speak on it. Like, I've never actually seen like the Pokemon fandom. But that sucks, man. It's an unfortunate fate that literally every single like anime or manga or popular TV show has to go through these days.
I stopped when the Akame anime started drifting off from the manga and switched to the manga.
Oh yeah. Bro, that fucking Akame got kill ending absolutely pissed me off. And then I find out that in the manga, he's alive. Like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? I wish I just read the manga instead.
Depends if it's sea shipping, it takes long. One of the saddest moments I've experienced watching an anime is when Naruto finds out Jiraiya died and he just breaks down and cries.
Oh yeah. 100%. I think Jiraiya's death is probably a top 3. Honestly, it might be a top 1 moment for me in Naruto in terms of like getting emotion out of me. Like Jiraiya's death was crazy well written. Like it's actually like one of a kind in anime.
Anyone here read the One Punch Man manga? I haven't read the recent chapters, but I have read a lot. I swear two men could look at each other, MAA fans would still find a way to ship them.
I mean, it's always the same shit, man. Like, if any character has even the slightest interaction at all with another character, and they're gay, like it's male male or female female interaction, they're instantly gonna start getting shipped. Like, it just is what it is. It has. Then they'll be like, oh, they'll see a straight ship and they'll be like, oh, this shit's boring. It has no flavor. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? It makes more sense, so it's boring? Like, what?
You can clearly see who Gege likes. It's Maki and Sukuna.
Oh, yeah. Those are probably two of the best friend. Actually, no. I'd say Gojo and Sukuna are the best friend characters in the manga, with Gojo probably being number 1, and then Maki's probably under that.
The hell they shipping trainers for the Pokemon sounds weird either way. Saddest anime moment?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was definitely one of the most emotional moments for me as well. What was it called? It's not the Sunny, right? I don't think it was the Sunny. I think it's something else. Let me see. One Piece ship death. Oh, yeah, they're going Mary. Yeah, they're going Mary.
It tackles Naruto's depression really well during that time. Oh, 100%.
I really like how Naruto, like, he's one of the few anime characters who's very realistically, like, realistic human-wise. Like, the only thing unrealistic about Naruto is probably his infatuation with Sasuke. Like, to save Sasuke. Like, that is the only thing unrealistic about him, but emotionally, he is, like, one of the most realistic of all time.
Don Hung fanbase for real? Twitter Hoyoverse community in a nutshell? Yeah. I don't remember. I watched that when I was 15. I was crying so damn hard. Are they married after we got a new anime? Who?
Pokemon fandom sucks. I'ma come to you and let you attack me. I'm the better Jinshi, bro. Really?
When Sasuke cries after seeing Naruto memories and realized how wrong he was, that was another moment that, while it didn't make me sad, made me feel very happy. Same. Imagine if Gojo revived and Gojo and Sukuna started glazing each other,
started walking off into the sunset. I mean, they did that at the beginning of the fight. Like they actually did that at the beginning of the fight. Like one or two chapters in, they're just walking alongside each other after destroying a building, and just talking casually. Like if it weren't for Sukuna just not giving a shit about morals, they would have been best friends in a different life. Chat report him for abuse? What the? I would hope not. Faye Akatsuki, Obito. I feel like Naruto had too much talk no jutsu though, and the war arc was eccentric. Anyways, it's one of my favorite anime of the whole time. The problem with the talk no jutsu argument, I can see why you don't like it, right? Like, I don't know if this is why you don't like it, but like every time Naruto uses talk no jutsu, it's after beating someone's ass. Like, Naruto is always trying to be a better person. Like, he doesn't want to kill people. Like, he only learns during, like, the fourth Ninja War. Like, he only learns then that he simply cannot save everyone and that it's incredibly unrealistic, like his ideals. Because you have to think about it, right? If it weren't for Pain having Rinne Rebirth, the entire Konoha village would have been dead during the Pain arc. Like, that was an ass pull plot-wise. The fact that Rinne Rebirth is an actual thing, like, that was the biggest ass pull I've ever seen for reviving the entirety of the village. And he got away with that. But in the Ninja War, people actually died. And Shikamaru's dad actually died. Like from a 10 Tails Beast Bomb. The only time Talk no Jutsu was effective and he didn't already beat someone's ass was Obito. Like that is the one time I can see it as a complaint. But Obito literally mentioned and foreshadowed multiple times that he sees himself in Naruto. Like, multiple times does he try to bring down Naruto because he sees himself as very similar. However, it never fucking worked. So he ended up being emotionally destroyed. Naruto is one of those animes that I can acknowledge is objectively not the best. But because I grew up with it, it's too nostalgic not to enjoy, yeah. Like, if you ignore all the filler, I'd say part 1 Naruto is a bit slow. Like, it is a bit slow. And also the fact that Naruto in the time skip didn't get all that much stronger. Like, don't get me wrong, he got significantly stronger compared to how he was before. However, it wasn't like a crazy jump in strength. And he still didn't have any control over the Nine Tails. He still could only do like 3... he could still only do like 3 tails at max. Like, it was very weird. Like, he didn't get that much stronger. Kakashi getting Susanoo's ass? Oh, yeah. That was a crazy ass pull, but I'm biased and I fucking loved it. Because I think it gave everyone justice in the fact that we never were going to be able to see Obito's Susanoo. So because of that ass pull, we ended up seeing what Obito's Susanoo or Kakashi's Susanoo would have looked like. And it's the most broken Susanoo in the entirety of the series. Unsurprisingly. Because Kamui is like the most broken Sharingan ability in the entirety of the series. Obito should have died? He did. Unless you mean earlier. Or do you mean like, yeah, earlier, I guess. My Fei Xiao team is going to be Fei Xiao, March, Asta, and Ling Xia. It's not bad. Just gotta wait for that Robin rerun. Robin really changes everything. But some of the Naruto villains have deep ideologies and evil grand schemes. And some fox-possessed boy talked them out of it to be a good person. The problem is... Okay, so this is a thing, right? the reason why most of them become evil and they become that way is because of strength. Like, for example, the more like emotionally unstable you are, the stronger your Sharingan and Rinnegan become. Which is why Nagato got like that. Madara literally got manipulated by Black Zetsu, who wrote a fake scripture on a rock for the Uchiha clan. Like, most of these villains were either manipulated or were wrong, and they never had anyone to actually stand up to them and tell them how it is. Or, like, how someone may become this strong by being on the good side or being good. So, Naruto, for every single villain, Naruto, except for Madara, however, you'll notice Madara was, like, the only villain who actually didn't really give a shit about what Naruto said. He was more of like Hashirama, right? So most of them just didn't have someone who was strong enough to beat the sense into them. And be like, yo, this is pretty fucked up. You're killing a bunch of people to attain like ultimate strength. And then you're getting your ass beat by someone who's just... you're just getting your ass beat by a good dude. You can kind of argue that since Kakashi had master of his Mangekyo, he would be able to use a Susanoo if he had both eyes. But still doesn't make sense how he would have a perfect one. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with you. I don't acknowledge Boruto as a sequel. I like Boruto, man. I feel like way too many people hate on Boruto without ever actually reading the manga. Do you have Jinchi weapon? I do. Oh wait, no, I don't. I have Geons. Yeah. Flex all you want. Can you explain Nagato's speech? I don't even remember it. Like, I haven't watched Naruto in years. I don't remember specific details of the speeches. I just remember what went down. Most of the Naruto villains never fought Naruto and they mostly died to other characters. I'm surprised Naruto ever met Danzo face to face. Yeah. Madara was spamming skip dialogue. I love Deidara before he turned into Sasuke fodder. Yeah. Danzo is the most insidious character in the series. Yeah, exactly. Danzo is easily, like, bro, all those Sharing... You know the funniest part about it is, though? The fact that he used Izanagi, like, 20 times. And he still got his ass beat by Sasuke. Like, I think Danzo was kind of a dumbass, where he just never thought of improving at using the Sharingan, and instead just collected as many as he could. And it ended up not working out, like, at all. Like, it doesn't matter how many Sharingan you have. You're gonna get destroyed by an actual good Sharingan user every single fucking time. Like, Shisui's a bum. Like, he is probably the most overrated character in the entirety of Naruto. It's probably Shisui. Because of his bum-ass genjutsu. That he can only use, like, once every decade or 2 decades. I wonder what would have happened if Itachi had told Minato about Danzo's plan to solidify the Uchiha. Minato would have literally, like... It's not that he would, but he could instantly kill him. Like, it's not even close. Third Hokage literally stole Minato asset and give Naruto breadcrumbs money? Yeah, exactly. Like, here's the thing about Minato, is he's way stronger than we think. So Minato got a one-shot for Naruto, like half a year to a year ago, and we're shown that he fought the Nine Tails, and Kurama used a tailed Beast Bomb, and he beat the Beast Bomb with a Rasengan. So Minato got a huge ass fucking upscale from that one shot of Minato. So he is a way stronger Hokage Then he lets on, and keep in mind, this is without KCM mode. Like in the war, he has KCM from one half of Naruto, or one half of Kurama, because he got the good side of Kurama. This is just base Minato. And he's beating the shit out of Kurama in his tail beast bombs. Third, oh yeah, Donzo thought getting Sharingans were like Infinity Stones, making him more OP. Yeah, exactly. Like Orochimaru had the exact same problem. Although Orochimaru kind of went smarter about it. Orochimaru realized that you need like a really good vessel with a really good affinity for the Sharingan and really good potential, and then you try to take over their body. However, the problem with that is then it would be Orochimaru in the body and not like let's say Sasuke. So the emotional instability wouldn't be the same. Like Sharingan users are one of the few like things in Naruto where like if you possess them, you don't really get the full benefit. Minato literally soloed the Nine Tails while protecting the Leaf Village, yeah. Wasn't Madara using Kakashi's Sharingan to get to Obito's world? BS, because as much as I remember, Kakashi's Sharingan shouldn't be able to make the user travel. So Madara used Kakashi's, like he did do that. He stole Kakashi's Sharingan, and then he did a Kamui, and I believe he Kamui'd himself into the dimension so that he could steal Obito's eye. And because Sakura didn't fucking do what Obito told her to, like way before, he ended up getting Obito's eye as well. So yeah. He stole Kakashi's eye, Kamui'd himself into the dimension where Obito and Sakura were in, and then took Obito's eye. Danzo nerfed himself with the Sharingan, as it needs too much chakra to sustain, and only Uchiha can shut it off to sustain chakra. Here's the thing though. They can't. Like Uchihas, they can't do that. Like they actually always get their chakra sucked. Like this is actually one of the main problems that Kakashi had, where Kakashi couldn't undo the Sharingan. Like he couldn't. So it was constantly taking from his chakra, and that's why we never see him like use all the jutsu that he's mastered. It's because the Sharingan is consistently taking up so much chakra all the time that he just used his Sharingan instead. Like this is also a consistent problem with the Rinnegan. Sasuke has this exact same problem. Where the Rinnegan, like he has a headband over his eye sometimes. It's shown like after Naruto Shippuden, he has a headband over his Rinnegan so that it won't fucking like take his chakra. Because it just takes chakra by existing. Like if you have a Sharingan or you have a Rinnegan, it takes a chakra to sustain itself. And the Rinnegans are even worse. They can turn it on and off? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they can do that. But either way, the eye still takes chakra from them. Like, this is actually, there's actually a data book somewhere where it says that Kakashi in Boruto is as strong as he was in the War Arc. Because even though in the War Arc he had the Sharingan, now that he doesn't have the Sharingan, his chakra pool reserves are significantly larger. And since the Sharingan no longer sucks his energy, or sucks his chakra, he can use all these jutsus that he mastered before. Like, I need you to guys, like, this is a hypothetical, right? But if Naruto had the Rinnegan, or the Sharingan, he would actually be, like, the most broken character by a mile. Like, because of his insane chakra reserves, Or like if you're a Jinchuriki and you end up being a Jinchuriki of the Uchiha clan, you'd instantly be set up for like success to be the strongest in the verse. Because you no longer have to worry about fucking getting your chakra sucked every 2 seconds. Kakashi isn't an actual Uchiha, that's why he can't turn it off. Yeah, but the same applies to Sasuke with his Rinnegan. Like, Sasuke can't turn off his Rinnegan at all. Maybe the Sharingan, right? Maybe you're right, and the Sharingan can be turned off. But as far as I know, the Rinnegan can't be turned off, and specifically for Kakashi can be turned off either. By the way, did you know that Gion can read the wind and analyze situations? Bro got 6 eyes? I did not know that. Only top tiers like Madara, Sasuke, Obito, etc. can have it on for so long because their chakra reserves are so absurdly high. So it doesn't even matter for them. It's so yeah, exactly. Like another thing, you guys need to keep this in mind, right? Sasuke extracted chakra from 9-tailed beasts. One of them was half of Kurama. And he was able to do the fucking Indra's arrow shit. And he wasn't able to suck all of their chakra, but he did have like 9-tailed beasts at his disposal. So like any Uchiha who's a Jinchuriki would automatically be top in the verse. Because not having to worry about chakra reserves is huge. Like Sasuke has a fraction of Naruto's chakra at base, but because of his like chakra efficiency being so much better with the Sharingan, he is like a lot more powerful than he looks. I like the fact that Boruto is a vigilante Minato at this point in the manga. Oh yeah. I really like the way Boruto's going as well. Like Boruto doesn't want to be Hokage like Naruto. He just kind of wants to like save the world and do whatever the fuck he wants. Thoughts on how much of an upgrade Zhaoq is for my E0 Acheron team? Using Pela, Gwenaifen, Japard. I'm going to try and go for Aventurine on his rerun. Also looking to pull Black Swan for Dot. Then go for Zhaoq, yeah. Zhaoq is a very good upgrade from Pela. Like Zhaoq, he allows Acheron to get her like her ult up nearly twice as fast. So Zhaoq is a huge bonus, and then he also works for dot teams. Although I have heard that you want his E1 or E2 to really make him work for dot. However, he still works for dot teams even at E0. So that'd work both ways. I'd say Zhaoq is definitely a must pull for you. It's a bit sad we didn't get to see Boruto and Sasuke bond over many years training together before the time skip. We only get like a very slight like flashback. Like it's in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex in one of the beginning chapters. We only get a slight flashback of them like camping and then suddenly being attacked by Code. This Naruto discussion stream now? We kind of just talk whatever in these streams anyways. They don't have really any specific topics. I was really hoping they were going for Sasuke will be Boruto's Jiraiya. Right now, ironically, Boruto's Jiraiya is Kashin Koji. And in a way, Sasuke already was Boruto's Jiraiya. He did train him for like 2 or 3 years straight before the Code shit happened. Like he trained him for 2 or 3 years, and it's even mentioned that Sasuke pretty much taught Boruto almost everything he knew. And not to mention, I don't know how. Like this might be Sasuke upscaling, right? But somehow, at some point, fucking Boruto learns Flying Raijin. And he actually has an improved version of Flying Raijin. So I don't know if that was Kashin Koji's doing or if that was Sasuke's doing. But Boruto is basically like Sasuke and Naruto mixed together. Like he has every jutsu and every type of like battle instinct in combat that Sasuke has taught him. And then he has the chakra reserves from being fucking Naruto's son. And then on top of that, he has 100% Otsutsuki DNA. Like, he's like completely broken. Sparkle better. Oh, hell no. I saw on a TikTok that many interaction positive between Sasuke and Sakura were cut in the anime. Oh yeah. They also exaggerated Sakura in the anime, like how bad she was. Like a lot of lines that were kind of meh in terms of like being annoying to Naruto in the manga were extremely like over exaggerated in the anime. So like people who watch the Naruto anime, not the manga, think Sakura is way worse than she actually is. Naruto OST appreciation time, go go. Naruto makes me feel mischievous as fuck. I don't even remember any of the OST names. Yeah, I meant that we got to see the journey with Boruto and Sasuke. Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Boruto is the revolt of Naruto and Sasuke ship that never happened. Yeah, exactly. Robin, good. Sparkle sucks. Sparkle sucks. Sparkle win, no diff. Best in slot for Acheron. I mean, Robin's now the best in slot for Acheron. Gabi, do you have a Discord server? No, I don't. I don't even have Discord. Oh, wait, no, I do have Discord. But I haven't, like, touched it in, like, forever. Like, I don't use Discord at all. Gabi, what's your name from? Gabi Maru from Hell's Paradise. This is not a safe place for Sakura haters. Sakura really isn't that bad of a character. Like I've read the manga. I used to be a Sakura hater, right? But then I realized like almost all the worst moments of Sakura happen in the anime and don't happen in the manga. The only thing I don't like about Sakura is the fact that she kind of just like, bro, she absolutely, what was it? Fuck, what was it? Shit, I'm forgetting this on the spot, man. Oh yeah, her obsession with Sasuke. Like Sasuke tried to kill her twice. Gabimar in Hell's Paradise called it? Yeah, that's what it is. When's the last time you used Discord? Like probably a quarter of a year ago. Probably like 3 or 4 months. I never touched Discord. Hinata and Tamari are like the best female characters in Naruto, and it's a bit sad to be honest. Yeah, I will say, actually no. I think the best female character in Naruto is probably Tsunade. I think she's probably the best like written one. Like I really do think Tsunade, even when she was Hokage, like she kind of fucked up by letting Jiraiya go, but that's about it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. The obsession with Sasuke is okay, honestly. There's a dude out there trying to marry pixels on a screen. Sakura can get a pass. Yeah, I agree. The problem is like the problem I have with like the obsession with Sasuke is that at the beginning of the story, it's superficial. Like everyone in the class wants to get with Sasuke because of his looks and how cool he is. Like they don't even think twice about his actual personality or who he is or what he's going through. Like it's not until Shippuden that I really feel like Sakura really starts to look at it from a perspective of him. Like just him. Sakura is the best, is what you want to say. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. You know, who knows? Maybe. Sakura the best is a bit of a. It's a take. It's a take for sure. Tsunade letting go Jiraiya scene was so sad. Tsunade. I mean, she. I don't think she. I mean, maybe she did. I don't know. Like, shipping is one of the few things I just don't give a shit about in an anime. So I don't really know if she liked Jiraiya or not. Like, I don't think it's ever even been confirmed. But given the fact that she gave Jiraiya a permanent scar. Like, she gave Jiraiya a permanent scar from him trying to peep on her. I'm assuming she was just like a really good friend who fucked with him like that. So oh yeah, Jiraiya's death scene hit me the most out of anything at all in the entirety of Naruto. Do you think JJK is too fast paced? Because for me it is, as I don't feel too connected with the characters except for some few. I mean, that's kind of the point of JJK though. I understand where you're coming from, right? I've seen this complaint very often where people say they would rather get like more filler moments where like the cast are just kind of chilling. But like one of the main points of JJK and one of the main things that we're introduced to the moment that anime starts is that you live a life filled with regret. Like, you always regret your life. You never know when you're going to die. And when you die, it's likely going to be very early in your life. Like, JJK is just a very depressing world setting where almost nothing ever goes right for you. Like, this is even one of Gojo's main, like, character points where he's, like, the strongest in the entirety of the world. Other than Sukuna, he's likely the strongest sorcerer ever of all time. And even with that strength, he couldn't change anything. Like, he just couldn't. Sasuke went for Sakura because her big forehead allows her to pass the forehead poke tradition. Oh my god, man. I actually forgot how bad and how dirty they made Sakura's forehead. That shit is hilarious. And she has the goal to say she finally caught up to both of them in that one scene. Okay, yeah. That was a bit bullshit, right? We all know it. Everyone knows it. Sakura did not catch up with them. But, yeah. I mean, the thing is, right? I think she means, like, in terms of the mindset. Right? Like, she can actually kind of keep up with them. I think is what is really about it. Right? Like, you have to think about it this way. She can keep up with them now. Like, before, it was like Naruto and Sasuke were always astronomically ahead of her. However, in the war arc, I don't know what happened during the war arc, but she got like 2 or 3 huge-ass power boosts that allowed her to at least, like, keep up with them. In the data book, it stated adult Sakura has skills to adult Sasuke and Naruto. Yeah, but I think that's including their base. Like, and the other thing is too, right? I do think physically, Sakura is the strongest of the 3. Like, physically, she is easily the strongest. However, because of Sasuke's Rinnegan and Sharingan, and because of Naruto's KCM modes, and the fact that they both have Sage of Six Bash Chakra, like, it isn't really close. It's also stated in the data books that Naruto and Sasuke trained after Shippuden, like all the way to Boruto, like their adult forms are twice as strong. Like, they got strong enough to where either Sasuke or Naruto, like alone, separately, could handle a Kaguya threat, like by themselves. I hope your dog never lets you sleep at night if you keep hating on Sakura. Sakura top 1. Sakura top 1, guys. My favorite character in Naruto. It's not even close. She's overhated way too much. Yeah. Invest in your Sakura stocks now. Forehead big. I'ma keep smoking on that Sakura pack. That's right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, guys, my throat is absolutely fucking tortured. It's dead. It's dry. It's raspy. I don't have any water left next to me. So I'm going to get off now since I already finished my dailies. I might make a video later. I don't know. But I'm going to hop off now because I already did all my dailies and shit. And I got nothing else to do. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. You're all amazing. You're all great. And I hope you all have an amazing day and a great night.